in the future?
It's hard to say. It depends on whether any other members have episodes on film themselves or on videotape. If they have some on videotape, we can probably show them on a projection television, but we don't know of anyone yet. As for The City on the Edge of Forever, we managed to get that from the library, and that's the only episode they have there, so our resources of episodes is pretty well dried up right now.
Well, in the future you can try harder. What originally got you started in Star Trek? Like, you know, how did they hook you?
Well, I was still rather young when when the show first came on. It didn't interest me really that much at first. I watched it pretty well faithfully, but I didn't really start getting into the fan stuff of it until the paperback novel started coming out. The episode adaptations done by James Blish. And I started collecting those one by one as they came out. Then I started collecting the magazines, and then various equipment and catalogs. And it just snowballed.
You just snowballing.
Oh, yeah.
Did you, I know you attended some conventions. I mean, they hold big cons every so often.
Oh, yeah.
Organizations.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about a con, like what goes on there and how it gets formed. Like.
Well, I've only been to one, and that was, let's see, Star Trek America. No, Star Trek World Expo of 1978 or 77 in New York City, in the Statler Hilton Hotel. It was huge. There was roughly 2,000 or 3,000 people there at least. And there was always people running around and having a good time. It was hard to move around in the corridors because it was so packed. They had one huge room with just dealers' merchandise. They had another room with art exhibits, and later on they had an art auction where you could purchase original artworks. And
did it cost anything to get into this thing? Like, did they have some sort of gate admission before you could get in?
Oh, yeah, yeah. It was $20 for the 3 days that it was on.
$20 gate admission?
That's
just to
right.
walk in and look around?
For 3 days. No, that was for the whole weekend. If you wanted to just go up there and look around, it was about $5 or so just for one day. But for the 3 days, I think the $20 was worth it. Of course, there was a hotel room and airfare on top of that, but...
Yeah. Do they have guests on this? Because I know at the cons they usually have people from the show.
Oh, yeah, they had Bruce Hyde on there. He played Lieutenant Kevin Riley in a few episodes. And also the biggie they had there was William Shatner. And he was great to listen to. He's really quite a joker. He was talking about his Kingdom of the Spiders movie and just joking around with some of the audience. And that was a lot of fun.
They had these as part, they didn't have separate admission, let's say, calling that off too, and you know, you had to...
No. That was all included in the $20. Yeah. And there was all sorts of other activities too. Like they showed movies endlessly in one room. Movies and Star Trek episodes, and they also showed the bloopers.
The bloopers?
Yeah.
Blooper reel.
Yeah.
The one with the outtakes from the movie.
From the Star Trek TV series.
From the show. Wow.
Yeah.
Show, movie, close. What do you want? Okay. Maybe we could talk a little bit more about the club, the people in it, and get into some slides and show people about the club.
Oh, okay. Well, that's one of our meetings. We usually get about 100 or so members coming to our meetings every month, usually every second Tuesday. And I can't see, I can't make a, oh, that's Anita Kogan up there at the podium when she was still co-commander. She just recently resigned, which is really a bit of a pity.
Oh, yes.
There's Anita Kogan again running around through the crowd.
She's a cute one in the uniform.
A little bit, yeah.
She's going to kill me for
Just
that.
about any girl looks cute in that uniform, though. There's some of our other members. In the red uniform is Jocelyn Worth, I believe.
Yes.
In the center is our bookkeeper, Steve Gajewski. Also, there's Anita Kogan again, editor of the fanzine.
Yes.
And on the far right is Commodore Russ Strong of the USS Confederation.
Self-proclaimed, by the way. We didn't.
By the way, yes. No. There's a group of some of the members that actually have costumes. For instance, starting on the left is Wayne Morris, and then there's Joanne O'Chea, dressed as Dr. McCoy. Maria Martin dressed as Mr. Spock, and yourself, Hans Goldfuss, as Admiral Kirk.
You almost do that.
Some other club member, I don't know who she is. That's the first shot I've ever seen her in. Then there's Jocelyn Worth, and that's not Anita. That's someone else.
Yes, it is. No,
oh,
that's Anita.
That's Anita. Oh, I can't. No, I can't quite make that out. And basically, a lot of this photograph is some of the executive. Myself, I'm in the center. I was out of uniform that evening.
Third from the left is Dean Nade, who created this thing. So
that's
if you
right.
have any complaints, phone him.
Yeah.
And we have the same group.
And some of the same that were in the first slide, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, how do you actually join the club? Like, we've talked a little bit about what the club does, but like, you hold your meetings at Planetarium Auditorium. Like, how do you join it? And
well, one way to join it is to come down to one of our meetings. Like I said, we try to hold them every second Tuesday of the month, or else you can phone the planetarium at the number that's going to be on the screen. You can contact someone there, and they can give you more information. They can give you a phone number of someone who can give you more information, or you can write to the planetarium if you really want to, but it's easier to just a phone.
And when you join, what do you get? Like,
well, when you join, you receive a membership card, of course, and membership card, which entitles you to some discounts at various Winnipeg bookstores that we've convinced to give us some discounts for our club members.
Convinced.
And persuaded.
Blackmailed.
No, not that bad. But they've graciously given us some discounts, which is kind of nice. And we're trying to talk more bookstores into giving us a discount so that our club members get something for their $5 per year. Also, there's the newsletter that comes out once a month. I'm not sure who invented the title, but it's called Short Treks. I imagine the name of it's going to change. I don't know.
That has also the latest information from the club and also general Star Trek sci-fi world. What happened?
Oh yeah, it gives you a bunch of news on what's happening, rumors, various news items that come out about the Star Trek movie or the sequel that's coming out. Also, it gives you what happened, basically a rough outline of what happened at the last meeting in case you missed it, and other little news items in case we're having a picnic or something. It'll be announced in the newsletter, stuff like that. What
was the charge originally? Like membership fee was what?
It was $5 for 1 year.
For 1 year?
Yeah, that's it. That's all you get for $5.
1 year.
Well, it's not bad considering some of the other clubs in the States.
Yeah. What do they charge roughly? You know?
Oh, about the same.
Yeah.
But if you're joining it from Canada, you got to pay exchange rate on at $5 and costs a little bit more.
Also, presently at this time, aren't we the largest one in Western Canada, Star Trek Winnipeg?
I think we are. Yeah, we must be. I've seen some of the figures of some of the clubs in Canada, and right now we're one of the largest. Although I imagine the other clubs don't know we exist yet. So we have no idea who is the biggest, but we're not really worried about that right now.
Well, when you were down at that con, you also bought, I know, some paraphernalia, and you also got a lot of other stuff. So, and we got a table load of it here.
Oh yeah, we got
so
loads
I think we
of
better
stuff.
get into some of this.
Of course, what everybody expects to see from a Trekker is a phaser.
Yes.
And this is a functional model I purchased from someone in New York. I had to mail order away from it, so the exchange rate and the customs duty really killed me.
I believe it.
And it's functional to extent. It has a strobe in the front and makes various noises. Basically, it's a very good copy of the model that was used in the series itself. And I've dropped it once already, and it's still in one piece, which I was very surprised to see. Nearly had a heart attack, but. And this is the tricorder that everyone sees Mr. Spock wearing now and then, except this has been adapted with a few electronics